A Psalm of Asaph again. This one is heavy. It reflects national disaster, likely after the temple was attacked or destroyed. The theme here is when God's dwelling seems ruined and enemies mock, cry out and remember who He is. Okay? Oh God, why have you rejected us forever? The tone is communal grief. They ask God to remember the people He purchased long ago, Mount Zion, where He dwelt. Turn your steps forward these everlasting ruins. The devastation is visible, right? When sacred spaces collapse, it feels like identity collapses too. Then enemies roared in the meeting place, set up their own standards, smashed carved panels, burned the sanctuary. They say, we will crush them completely. This isn't just political defeat, it's spiritual humiliation. When enemies attack worship, the wound cuts deeper. Then we are given no signs, no prophets, no clear word, no timeline. How long will the enemy mock you? The silence feels unbearable, okay? Spiritual silence intensifies crisis. Suddenly perspective widens. God is my king from long ago. He recalls dividing the sea, crushing sea monsters, breaking Leviathan, establishing sun and moon, and setting boundaries of earth. He moves from ruined temple to cosmic sovereignty. God's rule over creation hasn't been shaken by human destruction, right? Then remember how the enemy has mocked you. Do not forget the lives your afflicted people forever. He appeals to covenant, okay? He asks God to defend his cause. When circumstances look chaotic, cling to covenant promises. What are key lessons from Psalm 74? The first one is national or spiritual devastation should be brought to God. Second lesson, attacks on worship feel deeply personal. Third lesson, silence from heaven is painful. Fourth lesson, remember God's historic power. Another lesson, creation sovereignty exceeds political defeat. Final lesson, covenant is the anchor in crisis. Psalm 74 mourns the destruction of the sanctuary and the humiliation of God's temple. The psalmist cries out, asking why God appears to have rejected them and describes enemies desecrating the holy place. In the absence of prophetic signs, the people feel lost. Yet, the psalm pivots to remember God's ancient acts of power over chaos and creation. It ends by appealing to God's covenant faithfulness and asking Him to defend His own honor. The psalm teaches that when sacred scriptures fall, faith must cling to God's eternal sovereignty and promises. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I see you in the next one.